I want you right now to focus in on this one thing: getting out of debt, managing debt, understanding debt is a very complicated thing. We have taken something that's complicated and we have simplified it for you. What the powers that be have done is told you that debt is a simple thing, and therefore they give you some simple solutions that still make them thousands and thousands of dollars. You see, it's not that simple. Somebody said the other day, says, Don, well, what you're saying is you're taking extra money and applying it to the principal. Well, what's the big deal? And that is a oversimplified way of looking at it, because here's what you're doing. When you put extra on principal, here's what you're doing. You're saving time and you're saving interest. So the real question is, when you prepay, when you put that extra amount on, how much interest are you saving? You know what? If I had 100 CPAs, certified public accountants, in this room right now, and I gave them $500, gave them all $500, and said, put that $500 on your mortgage principal, do you know practically none of them would be able to tell you how much interest they just saved? So here's the thing, folks. I want you to think about this. Think about it before we even get started. All right. If you've ever paid extra, put money directly to principal on your credit card, on your car loan, on your mortgage, you paid over and above the minimum payment. And you realize this: you have never, ever received a receipt from your banking institution that said, here is how much interest you just saved. And you know what's worse? We give that money knowing we're going to better our situation, but we have no idea how much we've saved, and we don't even ask. I gave my money to save time and interest, but I don't know how much time and interest I just saved, and I have been conditioned not to even ask. Wow. How is it that we're going to give up our money and not even know how much we're saving? Oh my goodness. And listen, it's so simple. You see, it's so simple. Just keep paying extra until it's all done. All right. If it's so simple to get out of debt, people say this all the time. Why is this guy talking and trying to make it so hard to understand? If it's so simple to get out of debt, tell me this. You think about this number. 9 out of 10 people you know will never pay off a mortgage. If you don't believe that, just think about it. Out of all the people you know and have ever met that have a mortgage, how many of them do you know that's actually paid one off before they died? Less than 10% of the people you know. So if it's so simple, why haven't we found out how to do it yet? Because it's very complicated. And we have been told it's simple. So the very things that we do get some relief, like a biweekly payment. Now, here's the thing. If you're on a biweekly payment system, the best you can do is cut off 7 years off a 30-year mortgage. That's the best you can do. Our average client pays off their mortgage, their student loans, their credit cards, their car loans, everything in about 7 years. What? Yeah, between 7 and 9 years, pay off everything in 7 years. We save people 23 years on average, where a biweekly payment system only saves you 7. That's the best it can do, is 7 years. And that is being touted as something that everybody should be doing. When we hear advice on how to pay off a mortgage, here's what we hear. You can round up your payment, you can do a biweekly payment, or you can refinance. That's all we hear, those 3 things. None of those 3 things focus on the real problem of mortgages and other loans. This thing is costing me way too much interest. So where is our plan not to pay the interest? And we're going to show you how difficult it is to try to do this on your own the way they have it set up, using a formula that amortizes your loan. Jay Hoover says, tackle the principal balance. Now, that's the thing, Jay Hoover, you're right. But the thing is, how much interest are you saving when you do that? You see, we have been taught to think this: anything we do to get out of debt is as good as any other thing you can do to get out of debt. It is not true.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L.L method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.